Starting at point guard, 6'4", number 13, Jordan.
Thanks for spending your Friday afternoon with 2K Sports and the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Washington Wizards going up against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Brian Anderson, at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton, then there's George, and it's Sarr in at center. And Grant, for each of these teams, wins have been tough to come by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
Russell against Poole. George outside. Shoots from the line, and off the front iron, and in it goes.
And Poole knocks that one down without worry.
Russell against Poole. Russell to pass to Johnson. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Claxton. Williams misses. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Claxton. Poole left side. George outside. Pass to Coulibaly. George against Johnson. Now here's Middleton. This one for 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Now here's Williams. The 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Pass to George. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Claxton. Outside Coulibaly. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Thomas. It's tipped. And they'll keep possession. Second chance shot. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now here's Middleton. Here's Sarr. Goes up with it again. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. Thomas passes to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Pass to Russell. Now Johnson. Williams from long range. And it's Poole with a rebound. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Coulibaly with it. To the middle. Here's George. Not going to go that time. Oh, got a piece of it. And the shot goes in.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Johnson. He's scoreless. Screen by Claxton. Inside. And Claxton throws it down.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Washington. Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Sar. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Kispert's checked in for Washington. And the Nets also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Williams. Brooklyn's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Russell deciding where to go with it. And here's Thomas from the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Thomas has got 5 now.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
Back to Poole. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Johnson. Thomas outside. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. With the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 7 points in the game.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Poole against Russell. Here's Sar. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Claxton. Outside Johnson. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Thomas against Middleton. Thomas passes to Johnson. Outside Russell. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Pass to Coulibaly. And here's Kispert. Outside Coulibaly. 3-pointer. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Brooklyn leading by 3. On the court right now. Second quarter for the Nets. They've got Johnson. He's out there with DeAnthony Melton. Sharp out there with Williams. And it's Clowney in at the 4-man position. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Martin.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And that one misses. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Here's Williams. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Williams has got 5 points. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Smart. Pass to George. Fires for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. He's got 5.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Johnson passes to Wilson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this game.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now here's Smart. Ooh, nice. Smart slipping inside.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Johnson against Smart. Johnson passes to Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Johnson against Smart. Pass to Champagny. Back to Smart. The 3 is up. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch. Smart hit that corner 3. And his teammates and coaches are all about it.
Johnson with it. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by George. Washington has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Pass to Carrington. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. They set the screen. Smart for 3. His first miss of the game. 3 of 4 from the field now. Williams in the post. And a nice finish on the layup. 9 points in the game. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Kispert, the pass to George. And here's Kispert. Here's Carrington. No points so far. 3 on the clock. Stolen by Sharp. Down low. Here's Williams. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds.
Gills checked in for Washington. Bay comes in for Kispert. And a change for the Nets. Watford's checked in. Washington trailing. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
You know what to do. Show us your moves. Nice try, but it's all good. Keep it going.
Both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Brooklyn on D. Bay outside. Poole outside. To the inside. Here's Sarr. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Johnson against Bay. Outside Russell. Johnson a screen on Poole. 4 on the clock. Russell to pass to Johnson. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Washington has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Bay outside. Pass to Poole. For 3. Look at Poole showing the range.
And Poole just deadly from 3.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Now Claxton. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Second team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
They've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
He's off on the first. George, he's checked in for Bay. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. And he's good on the second. Middleton with it. Yet to see a basket. Williams grabs the board.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Johnson against George. High post Claxton. Williams passes to Thomas. 5 to shoot. With the teardrop. Blocked! Here's Sarr. Pass to Poole. Up top, George. Covered by Johnson. Poole outside. Here's Middleton. Puts up a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams passes to Johnson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Washington leading by 3. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to George. Here's Poole. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Six on the shot clock. George finds Middleton. No luck on that one. Thomas outside. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Wizards out in front. They lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Nets trail by 3. We've got Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Sarr in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. The shot by Russell, no good. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
Yeah, no doubt this is what happens to an aging player, and for Middleton, they seem to just be compounding. The tough thing for the squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest moments. So he gives them confidence. He needs to find it back in his own body.
Russell finds Thomas. For the tie. Drains the triple. Thomas has got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Poole with the ball. Claxton picks him up. Poole work in the interior.
Poole does a great job there, just extending and using his length to have an advantage on that shot.
Brooklyn trailing. Now Russell. No points yet. Pass to Thomas. Floats one up. Rebound Washington.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
There's a screen. Poole for 3. They get the rebound. Kicks it to George. There's the triple. Counted from distance. Give him 8.
He kicks it out, takes advantage of the open space. That'll leave a defense scrambling.
Williams against Middleton. Here's Russell. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, defenses try to get physical with Russell, but he has great body control and composure. Tough to throw him off his game.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Pass to Poole. George with it. Back to Poole. Beyond the arc. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And he's absolutely feeling it. There is no hesitation from Jordan Poole.
Nets trail by 6. Outside, Williams. Now here's Johnson. Back to Williams. To the paint. Here's Thomas. And the layup is good off the glass. Thomas has got 5 points now this quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Russell against Poole. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
Those are two tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Russell against Poole. To the middle. Got a hand on it. George feels it out a bit. Poole left side. And Claxton comes to help. Pass to Sarr. And stolen by Claxton. Williams passes to Johnson. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Johnson's got his first basket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Poole finds George. Now Middleton. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Claxton. Middleton outside. Poole outside. Just 5 on the clock. Doesn't go there. Now he's 6 for 9.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Pass to Claxton. Thomas outside. Launches it. Sarr pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams against Middleton. Outside Koulibaly. Poole outside. This one for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Russell to pass to Claxton. Williams against Middleton. Thomas left side. Back to Williams. Nope. 4 for 7 now. Washington leading by 4. Outside Koulibaly. George against Johnson. Pass to Poole. Here's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Koulibaly. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Middleton against Williams. They get back on track. Middleton, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Russell from outside drills it from deep. Russell's got 5. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blows.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Brooklyn, we've got Sharp. Johnson is out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Wilson in at the small forward position. Here's Smart. Pass to Champagny from the arc. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Champagny's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And here's Watford. Here's Clowney. Now here's Johnson. Tipped. Goes back up. Rebound by the Wizards. Pass to Smart. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's the pick. For 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn trailing. Inside. Johnson finds Sharp. Now Johnson, defended by Smart. Here's Sharp. Pass to Clowney. And here's Sharp. Tries again. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Nets, Damon Sharp. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He misses the free throw. The Wizards making a switch here. Holmes is checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Smart. Fires the 3. Clowney pulls it in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. To the inside. Sharp. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Smart looking around. Down low. And there's Holmes on the assist from Smart. Smart's got 3 assists in the game.
And Holmes doing his part in the pick and roll, created that space and then found a look.
Watford the pass to Johnson. And there's the drive. Pass to Watford. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Middleton is checked in for Washington. And a change for the Nets. Thomas, he's checked in for Watford. The Nets have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Attention fans. Now on the court is your high squad. Make some noise and let them hear it. Here come free t-shirts, down your feet, and get loud.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Clowney. Williams is checked in for Wilson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Johnson. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He emphasized staying sharp the rest of the way, saying turnovers will kill us. We can close this gap if we take care of the ball. Don't try and overdo it. Let's send it back to you guys, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Thomas outside. Screen by Claxton. Fires, top of the key. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
From deep, Sarr. And it's Thomas with the rebound. The Nets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Thomas has got 9 points here in the second half.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking. Wow, and that's a big splash from Poole.
And Russell's got the ball here for Brooklyn. Outside, Williams.
Wizards foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Zaire Williams. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? I mean, he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Right side, Koulibaly. Back to Poole. Pass to Koulibaly. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 7 tonight.
2 minutes.
Now here's Russell. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Thomas, that's good.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Poole with the ball. High arcing shot. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now. Williams in the post. Middleton covering. Russell pass to Thomas. Back to Russell. The 3. Offensive rebound. Screen by Claxton. To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
When you're super creative like D'Angelo is, playing in the pick and roll becomes a really fun game within the game.
Here's Poole. Claxton with the block. And 1:01 left in the fourth. Thomas passes to Russell. Screen by Claxton. Inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Jordan Poole.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton. 1 shot.
One shot.
Timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Chris Middleton showing a lot of poise and taking over a very critical possession for his team.
Williams from long range. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
32 seconds left in the fourth. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
See the Nets get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that about wraps it up. For Ali LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now, time for our player of the game, Nick Claxton.